got beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, raw, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat.
Hello, thank you for joining us on Delicious Dishes and Desserts. Today, my guest is RJ is 1000 Minecraft, and he's going to help me do some homemade crepes for breakfast, which is like a thin French style pancake, but you can fill it with whatever you like. And today we're going to use bananas and strawberries. So let's go over the ingredients. Our ingredients consist of strawberries, bananas, flour, sugar, milk, orange juice, orange extract, butter, eggs, salt, vanilla extract, baking powder, and optional, we're going to have Nutella here, which for those of you who like it, it is great on the crepes, but for those of you who don't, it is an ingredient that is not necessary, so you can omit that. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so first we're going to have RJ is 1000 Minecraft start cutting up the strawberries. So if you could do that for me. And remember, for children who are using knives, always have an adult. And after he's done with the strawberries, he's going to cut up these bananas. Right now, I'm going to add, this is our garbage bowl. We're going to put all our stuff inside this garbage bowl. While he's cutting that up, I'm going to add the dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of flour. I'm going to do a small portion, eyeball probably about 1 cup at a time, because with crepes, they have to be very, very thin. It's not as thick as a pancake. So we're going to start with 1 cup of the flour. Next, I'm going to measure in 1 teaspoon of baking powder. This is going to add some of that fluffiness, help it to rise when we get ready to cook it. And you can put some of these strawberries inside this bowl here. Okay. And next we're going to do our salt. Not much salt, but we're going to have probably just 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt.
And also, guys, when you cut up with the knife, make sure you like curl up your fingers like this, because if you have your hands down and then accidentally cut yourself, then you'll have some serious injuries.
That is very true. You always want to watch out for your fingers. Proper knife use is always good. Put those strawberries in there, please, so you can have more space.
Okay.
Okay, so right now we have our flour, we have our baking powder, and we have our salt. And I'm going to use my little whisk here to kind of just whisk this all together, so that way it can be evenly incorporated. I used all-purpose flour, but for making this, I would really like to use sometimes is King Arthur flour that has a lighter texture and is kind of pre-sifted, and that's really good for cakes also. So I'm just going to mix that up together, and now we're going to use some sugar.
This mushy part.
Yep, just toss it. And I'm not going to use much sugar, so I'm going to go with probably I'm going to say about 2 teaspoons of sugar, because it's not going to be super, super sweet. We're going to have the fresh fruits and the Nutella and the bananas are going to help with that sweetness.
And other good stuff.
Yep, whichever other good things you want to add.
Okay, I'm done cutting up the strawberries.
Okay, now if you want, you can please cut up these bananas.
And make sure, guys, make sure the bananas are ripe. Do not cut them when it's all green and stuff.
Yeah, you could want to make sure that your bananas are good and ripe. I'm sorry. I'm going to move this into our garbage bowl here.
And if you guys see any bruises on the bananas, just take a knife and just cut it off.
Make sure, don't forget, you color your fingers. We got that nice and evenly incorporated.
Yummy.
So now we're going to do our eggs. Now it's always good to crack your eggs into a separate bowl because you really don't want to have your eggs, you know, cracking directly into your dish because you don't know what extra stuff might be inside your egg that's unwanted. So, can you go rinse this bowl out for me, please?
Okay.
So I can crack the eggs. While RJ is going to go and rinse that bowl and wash it out for me. You want to also make sure that you have clean hands whenever you're doing these dishes.
There you go.
Okay?
Yep.
So now, I'm going to crack the egg. And this egg is good.
This banana is very long.
Put that in a garbage bowl and we're going to do 1 egg. I'm going to whisk 1 egg at a time inside of here. Then we're going to add our 2nd egg. I'm going to bring this garbage bowl a little bit closer to me. And scoot some of these ingredients over. That's 2.
The bowl is getting full.
As I see. And 3.
To me, it looks like a fruit salad with too much bananas.
Yeah, might have to get another bowl. So, before you add any more bananas, we're really going to let that one sit to the side. And get another bowl.
I got this one.
Okay. And take some of the bananas and put it inside of there.
Very careful.
And this egg was good. So now we're going to do our milk. Now, the milk is supposed to be very cold. And then you also want to make sure when you pour your milk, the batter is supposed to be a thin consistency. Because it's, like I said, it's not going to be thick. It's going to be very thin. So I'm going to add, no sampling. I'm going to add some milk. And I'm going to do 1 cup at a time. This is 2 cups of milk that was in here. So, add a little bit more.
Ooh, that looks good.
And then I'm going to whisk this together. Now, in the traditional way of preparing crepes, it calls for orange Grand Marnier. But, because we're not going to use any alcoholic beverages in this dish, I'm going to use orange juice for the flavor and a little bit of orange flavoring. So I have right here 1/8 of a cup of orange juice. And then we're going to use 1/4 of a teaspoon. Ooh, got to open it.
Done with these bananas.
Okay, we're going to leave them right there. The bananas will be used toward the end.
So it's kind of like a topping or something.
Yes, it'll be kind of like a topping that we'll use. Tip number 1, always make sure that all your ingredients is pre-opened before you record.
And go subscribe to my channel. After this video, that I'll do a live stream. And I hope it gets a lot of likes on my live stream.
That was 1/4 of a teaspoon of orange flavoring. So now it's time to just whisk, 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 whisk.
Yummy.
Whisk, 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 whisk.
It smells like oranges. Yummy oranges.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And if you can you open up this? We're going to use 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Actually, we're going to use a half. Go with a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
And be careful how you pour it. Make sure you guys, if you guys pouring your vanilla extract, do it over the bowl so it doesn't spill.
Take your time. Okay, do 1 more because that wasn't really a full half. That's good. Okay, he just measured out 2 1/4 teaspoons, which was equal to 1/2. A little math going on too. Gonna whisk, whisk, whisk. Because you want this batter to be as thin as possible.
And make sure it's not too thick. Because if it is too thick, then...
You're going to have a pancake instead of a crepe.
Exactly. And it looks like flat tortillas, but it's different.
Yeah, you can actually say that. A crepe is almost like a breakfast-style, flat, French-style tortilla. Because we are going to put filling in it.
My hands.
Okay, you can go and wash them.
Okay.
That's proper cooking hygiene. It is looking good, and that orange flavoring is actually doing really well for these crepes once they get prepared. Okay.
Wow.
So see, it's kind of a thick. Can you put this in the sink for me too, as I am done?
Ooh.
The batter is thin. And you probably say, oh, can you even use that? Yes, this is going to be used to make the crepes.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll be right back. And I'm going to get everything heated up. We're going to clean off the table some. And we're going to show you how the crepes are going to look. Okay. Hello, thank you for joining us again on Delicious Dishes and Desserts. And I have my guest, RJ is 1000 Minecraft with me, which is my son. And I'm going to show how we are going to do these homemade crepes.
It looks delicious.
These little thin French style pancakes. I'm going to thin this out as much as possible. Because they're supposed to look like little tortillas.
Ow.
I was planning to use both sides, but at the moment, one side is good enough. And we just kind of want to watch it until it starts to bubble up, and then we're going to flip it. And then we're going to have RJ here fill it with fresh strawberries and bananas
and
a little
Nutella.
Nutella. And with a drizzle of syrup. Now, I did not put much sugar inside of these crepes because of us using the fresh fruit, which is already sweet, and the Nutella and the drizzle of syrup at the end. That's looking nice.
Make sure you guys' crepes is not burnt before you guys will not get the taste of it.
Okay, this crepe is almost done.
Just let it sit until the front side.
It should look like a little thin, flimsy tortilla.
That looks like yummy and delicious.
Now, while we were on camera break, I did put a little bit of butter on here, so the crepes are going to have a little butter flavor on them as well. Okay. Here's one crepe.
This looks good to eat.
Okay.
And then
now here's a spatula, and we're going to actually. Can I have my camera person go with clean hands? Get a butter knife. We're going to use that to spread on the Nutella. And while our camera person is cleaning up and getting us that butter knife, I'm going to make another crepe.
And then at the end of the video, we're going to try it out and see how it tastes. Okay, I need it.
Thank you.
I can have you seen. Okay, guys, so we're going to start adding the hazelnut spread in the inside. Rich and gooey. Just spread it. It's kind of like
a little bit more.
It's kind of like you doing peanut butter and jelly. That's how you're supposed to spread it.
Yep, you can do that. Now we're going to get some fresh strawberries in it after we put this one more layer of Nutella on there.
I was about to say peanut butter.
I almost said peanut butter. Well, it's a peanut butter chocolate blend, but it's not with peanuts, it's with hazelnuts. If anyone in your family has a nut allergy, then do not use
hazelnuts.
This hazelnut spread.
Now I'm adding in the strawberries.
Now this is what you don't want to happen. Getting this little dark crust but it is still edible. There's nothing wrong with it.
And then after that, add these bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy. It looks like a dessert kind of.
It is kind of like a breakfast dessert. Then you're going to fold it over. That should be enough. Put it on there. And then you're going to fold it over.
And then there you go, your crepe.
And then you have a crepe. And then we're going to drizzle a little bit of syrup on it.
Look, it's nice and good.
And I heated this syrup up a little bit.
See, and there you go. You have your crepe.
Homemade crepes. It is so delicious. Now,
You should follow this recipe.
do you want to get a fork?
Yes, to try it out.
I'm going to put this one to the side. This will be eaten by our camera person. Crafty Ghoul 12.
By the way, go subscribe to Crafty Gold 12. And so, here we go with the crepe. Let's taste it. Ooh. And sometimes when you guys eat your crepe, it might get very sloppy when you guys eat it. Ooh. Look at that chocolatey goodness. Now, let's taste it. Mmm.
He is enjoying this. And I can't wait to try my portion. If mine don't break. Which, like it just did. Well, everyone, I'm glad you watched. And, yeah, unfortunately, I keep on flopping with my portion of crepe.
That's good.
So I guess I'm going to have to sample his. Get a little bit of the strawberry.
If it picks up.
Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Also, guys, follow me on Gmail. Follow my mom on Gmail. My Gmail is basically rjsemojikid@gmail.com.
I'm on Facebook. Not the Gmail, I'm sorry. But I am on Delicious Dishes and Desserts on Facebook, where I post a lot of my pictures and you can follow me. Sometimes I do a little travel and I like to taste foods while I travel also. But thanks for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up, a like, share, subscribe to Delicious Dishes and Desserts 9708 and
RJ's 1000 Minecraft.
thank you. Have a good day. Hi, welcome back. And now we're getting ready to do our crepes. We have just put all our ingredients together, and now on my little double-sided heating contraption here that was a gift from my mother, I'm about to add some butter. You don't need to add much, but this is going to help the crepes
Get that nice cream sizzle.
well, not really cream sizzle, but it's going to help get that nice buttery flavor that we're looking for. Just going to massage it all around there. And then
So guys, you could do like 2 crepes at one time.
yes, and that's what we're about to do. Do 2 crepes at once. And this little pan is actually also nifty too, because you can close it and use it as a little baking dish. Okay.
Make sure, guys, that your crepes are not 100% burnt or so. Because if it's burnt, then you will not like the taste of it.
Okay.
It's going to be bleh.
So now I'm about to
Do one.
pour one on this side and pour one on this side.
You guys can
Good.
smell that orangey flavor.
Okay, so this one, first one was a flop.
It messed up.
But it will still be edible.
Yes. Ah! It's too
Jessica, that's our video boober.
Make sure it's not. Or you could just use a tongs.
Okay, Sierra.
Yeah.
Crafty Ghoul 12 is my producer. She's doing the camera.
Hello.
So, she's going to help.